All right, welcome everybody to another flash class from the Social Jack Education team, and this one's on LinkedIn, and it's how to get 4 referrals for every 20 minutes logged in. So we have some power moves that we're going to share with you today, and we're excited. We see a lot of new people in, we see some old friends, and we're going to show you some very specific things to do. And yes, this is being recorded, and we'll also make sure you get access to the recording as well as the slide deck. And we have a cool handout today that is a new download that we'll make sure everybody gets. It's an ROI calculator, so you know exactly how to calculate how much money you want to make based on the time that you spend on LinkedIn, and we'll get you a little more detail on that. Those of you that don't know me, I'm Dean Delisle, founder and CEO of Forward Progress. I'm the creator of Social Jack, which those of you that don't know, if you go to socialjack.com, there's a lot of cool free stuff that you can log in, whether you're a member or not, and it's an influencer development system. So those of you that are in business and advising people, you want to make sure that you realize that your influence is power, and we help people accelerate that. So we help accelerate thought leadership and help people that want to do more speaking and maybe write books and just to be known within their industry and actually get found. So we're going to talk about that a tiny bit today, along with the power moves that we discussed, or maybe you just want to sell more business. Those of you that don't know, we have a cool webcast on Wednesdays at noon, The Influence Factory, and we interview all kinds of influencers and business influencer leaders, and sometimes just people that have gotten to a level of success that we'd like to learn some things from, and we get to hear their story and how they got to where they are, which we love to do. So if you want those interviews, you go to Social Jack and you just click on the podcast. You'll be able to watch those, or you can download those from your favorite podcast digestion system. Those of you that love martial arts, I'm a 3rd degree black belt, along with Jackson, who's producing on the back end here. So, and I'm best known for being the street guide, from getting to the boardroom from the street. So it's fun. And those of you that follow my posts, I love family. I love spending time with friends. We love community theater and music, and of course we love entertaining because we do a lot of events, and it's just in my blood because I started in catering, and that's the way it goes. With that being said, I have a new book available on Amazon for those of you that don't know, and a lot of the content in here in building your digital influence is actually in the book. So if you haven't gotten a copy of the book, or you'd like to talk to us about doing a talk with your organization, or maybe getting some books for the organization, it's a good guide to help humanize the brand at your company, within your company, to help everybody in the company really help elevate that brand together. And it helps to build strong cultures, as well as each and every person helping them get to that level of digital business influence. And we're really all looking, because the internet is so noisy, and the internet is there's a lot of content to swim through. There's a lot of connections that we have. It gets a little tough to sort through all that. So it took me a while. I've been working on the book for a while, but I'm excited to say that it's on Amazon, and it's called First, and it's about being first in your network and the one that's first known and first found within your network or your industry. And it's exciting because we're going to talk about some of the pieces here, which are also in our courses. So again, I want to welcome everybody and understand our commitment to you. It's to provide you and your organization with the best opportunity to be found, be known, and be first as an influencer in your network and industry, using the most relevant digital tools like LinkedIn, social media like LinkedIn, and human relationships available. Notice I said human. We really focus on the human element here. Now, those of you that are with us live and not listening to a recording are going to have some benefits. We have an extra download, or it's in the handout section. So make sure you look in the handout section in the GoToWebinar taskbar. We'll reference that later as part of today's class. And also, if you have any type of difficulty with audio, you can go to the area or the box that says audio, and it might say computer audio, phone call. It'll give you some options, and you can switch back and forth. And we do have people from all over the world with us, so there are a lot of global phone numbers in there if you need them. And of course, there's a mobile app that you can download for GoToWebinar, and you can just click on your phone or your smart device and be with us that way. So we always want to make sure you have the ability to connect to us. Now, what I'd like you to do is click on the questions box, and I have a quick question for you. Just where are you checking in from today? What part of the world, what part of the country? I'm just going to shout out some cities that are coming in and some countries. We've got the Chicago, Brooklyn, welcome. I love Brooklyn. My buddy Eli from Brooklyn. We have San Diego, Chris, good to see you. Good to see you on with us. Noblesville, Indiana, welcome. We have Italy on with us today and Germany, welcome, and Canada, welcome Canada. We have Mexico, we have the Chicago suburbs, Edith, welcome. We have, let's see, more folks from California, Texas, welcome. We have Ohio, welcome. So good to see you all in there. Now, here's the secret. Those of you that have already typed in, Edith, Patricia, Chris, Sam, who just checked in from Chicago, the more you check in and engage with us and ask questions and respond to polling, we're going to select a couple winners for some cool gift cards at the end. So that's some fun we have too. We'd love to have that fun. Why not, right? So all good stuff. So with that being said, and Karen is from Chicago as well, and Philadelphia, Beth. Good to see you. And you guys spanked the Cubbies' butt yesterday, didn't you? So that's the way that goes. Anyway, we won't talk about baseball. Yes, finally. And then Sam's like, woohoo. All right, let's get going. All right, so social selling. You know, if we think about the definition of social selling, before social media, really relationships selling. And do you know, I don't know if you've heard of Miller Hyman and some of those levels of sales courses. So I grew up with solution selling, Max Sachs, Miller Hyman, Sandler. Maybe type in if you've taken some sales courses, but a lot of them teach you, especially in B2B, about how to generate great relationships, right? So it's always about the relationships that help move you through the pipeline faster, help get the deals faster. Those of you that have taken our classes have seen the funnel advancement system of how to just move through that faster, you know. So now, yes, Patricia said, don't spill your candy in the lobby from Sandler. I love that. I forgot all about that, Patricia. So in doing this, you know, now that we're doing it, it used to be when, you know, we were heavy in the CRM space. Many people, many people, when CRM came out, it was like the thing, because it got a lot of the business cards out of our desk, allowed us to automate things, allowed us to collect intelligence. Well, now we have that intelligence with LinkedIn and Twitter and Facebook and Instagram and all kinds of social media that is collecting that data for us. So we don't have to necessarily put it all into a system, but we want to make sure we leverage what's at our fingertips. So let's go through some fundamentals, and then we'll dive into some power moves to show you how to generate those referrals and appointments fast. So, you know, and I like to do things fast. So that's why we have flash classes. So social networks, where do you stand now? So if we think about this, I'm going to put a polling question up, and yes, this counts for engagement. When we think about this, how often do you get inbound referrals from LinkedIn? So I'm going to launch this, and your selection is, there's a big blue screen that just popped up. So make sure you're looking at the screen. Is it daily, weekly? And these are anonymous. I can't see what they are, but the production team can see who's responding. And 40% of you say don't remember, and 60% occasionally, and some of you are in the daily club and weekly club. So there you go, 52%, 57% have voted in 25 seconds, and we let this go for a few more seconds. 57% of you have a greater chance of getting prizes and referrals because you have the art of engagement down. 62%, nice job, everybody. That's pretty good for 30 seconds going around the world. Okay, so let's talk about just some outcomes that we achieve with social selling and social media. In the book, I talk about building your reputation. When we first started, that was the business I was in, is helping people build a stronger reputation, credibility, a presence, thought leadership on the internet. We still do that. That's building your brand. We also want visibility. Can people find us? Can people find us? Do people see us accurately? We, a lot of you, I came out of Merrill Lynch and accounting practice. And so, is it compliant? A lot of times we have to deal with the C word, is it compliant? And then of course we want referrals and new business. Now, if I were going to ask what's important to you, I'm going to throw some goals up here that are a little different than what's on the screen, but let's just throw a couple of these out there. Okay. So if I go up here, let's just we'll go to launch this poll. So what's important to you? Is it thought leadership? Is it executive presence? Is it humanizing your brand? Is it getting paid speaking? Wow, how about that? Wait, I don't have to speak for free? Someone's going to pay to listen to me? Absolutely. You're giving advice all the time. And it looks like 90% of you want increased referrals and generating new business. So, and 7% on the thought leadership wagon here. So that's good. And thought leadership will bring you increased referrals and new business because you're seen more accurately as somebody in the business that will attract those folks, right? So that's real important. All right, nice job, everybody. So there we go. So we had 82% of you jump in on that. Wow, this all of a sudden you guys are active. And all of a sudden, why is my screen not active? There we go. Sometimes technology, let's just make sure it's working. There we go. How about that? Nothing like technical glitches for a Thursday. All right, so we ask the question all the time, are you a business influencer, right? So influencing is a necessary skill. Well, of course you are, right? We would always ask the question, and about 50% of you wouldn't claim your influence. So we're here to tell you it's okay to let the world know you're a thought leader, you're an influencer, you give advice all day, and the evidence is in your outbox, in your email, and probably your text messages as you solve problems all day and you help people, right? Who's my problem solvers on the call today? Just say I am or type that in, because you need to claim the fact that you're helping people every day and you're a thought leader. You may not be doing it online. Now, I also want to know who are my, Todd's claiming it, Nancy's claiming it, Patricia's claiming it, nice job. So in this, many of you I've met through events. We have some big events coming up, Tony P event in Chicago next week. A bunch of us are going to be there, about 500 people. We have events, I'm flying out to New York, I'm flying out to San Antonio, I'm going to San Diego. So there's a lot of events coming up, and I've met a lot of you at events, and you do really well talking and being at these events. Well, social media is nothing more than a big event. It's just a little bigger than what we're used to. When you walk to events, do you ever go to an event that has more than 5,000 people? It's a little overwhelming. And so we even have tactics to work that. And we've transferred those tactics now to social media. So the cool thing about this is there is evidence. There is evidence now after 10 years of doing this that literally that most C-level people, decision makers, people making purchasing decisions are now relying on social media for more continuity, intelligence. They want to validate who you are. So even though you have folks that are putting information in proposals, you have a bio on your website, it is not enough. People are Googling your name, they're checking out your credibility, and they're making business decisions to either go with you or not. And it's just the way it is. So now when we look at this, we start to look at not just how well you appear, but how your reach is affected. Because in today's world, with every click, with every piece of content that we put out on social media, we have the same reach that we had before. The only thing is we now have a better chance of somebody that's connected to our network seeing our content. And that's the juice. That's the prospects that we absolutely want to have that are coming to us. And now what we're seeing is the people that are doing it correctly, like the people that go through our course, all of a sudden they are seeing literally they are seeing leads and they're seeing referrals come from their connected network, not necessarily directed network. So think about that. We'll cover that in just 2 seconds here. So the LinkedIn network, if you just have like 387 connections on average, right, that really know you, that are part of your industry, you know, maybe you have 1,000 or 2,000. Well, but with 300, 400 connections, you have about 5 or 6 million professionals within a couple degrees. And if you add groups, that even goes to the next level. We're not going to have time to do that today. But what we want to avoid is when you're what we call clicking roulette, which has been going on since day one. So look at this version of LinkedIn I pulled out of the archives. You guys remember this version? This is an older version, but I just put it on there for you know, for those of us that have been around LinkedIn for a while. You remember some of the things they had and some of the things that they took away. So I do that for nostalgia because we still miss things they took away. But the idea here is that we've been clicking around, and the fact is we get lost. We are not intentional. So so now all of a sudden, now you get to that level of going to that point of really taking it to the next piece. Now, Kent has a question, Jackson, if you can help him out, that'd be great. So now we get to just 20 minutes a day. So we have this form that we use that gives you all these power moves. So if you were going to take a course and you were going to really take it to the next level, you would actually get all these different power moves. But for today, we're just going to cover a few, okay, because we only have a limited time. But we will stay after if you want to talk through them in a little more detail. So first and foremost, we have this social selling ROI calculator. So in the handouts, each and every one of you can click on that. Those of you that are live, because it pays to be live, you can click on that and actually download that. So when you go to work on this, really the key elements are, what is your weekly appointment goal? How many days will you log in for 20 minutes, right? Say it's 3, say it's 5. What is your average deal size? And it might vary. You might want to go, oh, maybe I should go after bigger deals. So now all of a sudden you start to get conscious of the deal size. And what's your conversion ratio for appointments? And what's interesting is now all of a sudden you can watch your deal calculator down below and determine how many new deals are going to get into the pipeline, right? Or how many new deals you're going to get depending on your business. And we have the version that I sent you is actually a large account version. So it actually does a pipeline projection based on your numbers. So why don't you make sure you download that, play with it. We've unlocked it. So if you want to change some of the formulas, have at it. But we use this globally with over 120,000 people that have taken our course. So please make sure you understand the value of your time, because otherwise the next things I'm going to tell you are not going to hold as much weight. You're going to get lost. You're going to go in there. You're going to start clicking. And next thing you know, you're buying something on Amazon and you're not generating appointments or referrals. All right, so let's go through some quick power moves. First, we're not going to cover the details of it, but fix your profile. I can tell you how to get more people to look at your profile. I can teach you how to get more people to click on your content. But the minute they go to your profile, if you're not the one that they believe they should be doing business with, they're going to leave. And the average professional has a greater than 80% bounce rate. Do you ever see people looking at your profile, but they never talk to you? That means there's an 80% bounce rate. They've looked at your profile and they've left. They feel like they're in the wrong place. So if people are looking at your profile and they're not talking to you, you need to fix your profile. And if they're the right people, you need to really fix your profile. So if you're targeting CEOs of industry, now all of a sudden they're looking at your profile and bam, you need to make sure that profile is really speaking to them. Okay, and we're not going to cover that. We have plenty of other, go back and listen to how to rock your personal brand and some of the other classes that we have out there. Power move 2, homepage scan. What does that mean? Well, each and every day we go into LinkedIn and we look at our homepage, right? So, and this goes with all social media, and there's all kinds of things to engage in with our social media. So now all of a sudden we're looking at this and we have the opportunity to go down our news feed, and we need to pay attention to the people that matter most. And what most of us do is we hang in the comfort zone and we just connect to the people that are in our network on a regular basis, and we don't explore new potential relationships. So things to look out for are not just the people that you know, but people that you want to know, because those things are in your news feed because people that are in your network have chose to engage with content that is now all of a sudden outside your network. Now you have the opportunity to go to Rick Waters and ask for a referral for Mary Patchen because you see them engaging. And that is the easiest, lowest hanging fruit. You could do that every day. Literally scan down your news feed. And if you have the wrong news feed, it's time for you to dial that in. You can click on anybody you want and you can unfollow them, and you'll stop seeing content almost immediately. It dials it in right away, and you don't need to see their content. You're still connected to them. So it's all good. Does everybody get that? The first two power moves are super easy. All right. So most people that we train them in depth in terms of working this, but if you just pay attention and your intent, let's go back to this diagram here. If your intent is to get 8 weekly appointments and you log in on a Monday and you do a homepage scan, and you know that in that 20 minutes, you're going to get 2 appointments, right? Your goal is to get 2 appointments, and you know that your numbers count, everything matters. You're going to go and look at that homepage scan and look a whole lot differently and pull those appointments out. So you're really going in with full intentionality. So does everybody get the game on this, right? So you're intentional, you know what you're going in for. Just as if I told you you had 20 minutes to work a Tony P event, you would work that Tony P event with 500 people a whole lot differently. You'd go straight to Tony or myself or to Nancy or somebody that you know, and you would go into that event and you would get introduced to people, and then you would walk out and you would have a follow-up conversation and cup of coffee. If you got what I just said and you understand it, type in yes right now. I want to make sure you guys are getting the game on this, because too many people burn up too much time. We monitor thousands of people wasting time and not generating those daily appointments. Okay, and we want you to have those daily appointments. You all have the potential for this. Now, power move 3, network diving, so underutilized. Look, I have Tony P on this. I forgot I put him on here. So now I have the opportunity, if I'm going to see Tony. So when I went to visit Tony last week at his new offices right off of Michigan Avenue, I went into his network and I went and I found 4 people that I wanted to meet. And I went to his office and we spoke about the 4 people. Next thing I know, Tony's like, oh my gosh, you know who you need to meet? And he gave me 2 more. Now, I didn't get all 4 because he didn't know all 4 really well, but I got 2 of the 4 and I got 2 others, and I still walked out of there with 4. How long did it take me to search through his network? I literally clicked on his connections. I did a search. I found the 4. I contacted Tony. I asked for those people. He gave me the 4 people. And now I have 4 meetings booked based on referrals. Everyone can do this. It's super easy. It's called network diving level 1, and you're going to hold intentionality behind it. Power move 4. I've seen you, a bunch of you at networking events. I've met a lot of you at networking events. The challenge here is that we're talking to people, but we're not converting them. Right? So remember, every time you click, every time you comment, there's a bigger world that's seeing you in their news feeds. They're seeing your activity. So you get seen in Spencer's activity, you get seen in your activity, you get seen in the other people in the conversation. And as it starts to evolve, you get to see and attract and be seen by more people. It's what you do with the conversation. So if you're in a group and all of a sudden you're standing in a circle and you're like, oh my gosh, I'm talking with Monica and I'm talking with Emily and I have Jackson and I have Spencer and I have people standing in that group. people are going to look and see that you're all connected. They're going to see like, oh my gosh, that's a powerful group. Oh my gosh, that's a powerful network. And now as you're having a conversation, more people are going to join that conversation. And when they do, and they jump in on the conversation, your intent is to meet new people. Find the best people in the conversation, really click on them and understand who they are, and then talk to them, but don't stay in the conversation. Now all of a sudden say, hey, I love this conversation, but Ken, I want to take this further. I'm going to direct message you for an appointment, and you don't even have to be connected to the person yet. And now all of a sudden, and that's what's cool. When you're in a conversation, you can talk to the person, just hit reply and tell the person you want to talk to them. Now, in order to message them directly, you either need to, if you're not a connection to theirs, you need to have Navigator or you need to have the premium version. But if you are connected to them, you can simply send the message. So you have that option, and that's what's super cool. So, and then a lot of times when you're in a conversation, people will accept that connection, right? They'll accept that connection, they'll accept that request. I rarely see anybody that's in a conversation go, nope, I'm not talking to you, right? So it's like at an event, maybe they don't pick up the call, maybe it doesn't always work out, but at least you have the intention to pull that person off. Now on average it takes about 3 minutes. You notice I have a little clock or a indicator at the bottom left part of these slides, and there's an indicator there that says 3 minutes it takes to do this. So look at, and I've done this on the other ones, 10 minutes in terms of the power moves, a little longer there. Now this next one takes the one that I talked about with network diving to the next level. Number 5 is called scagging. Okay, follow the bouncing ball here. Scagging means that you scan a profile. So, if all of a sudden, yes, Krishna, there will be a replay. So let's say Sam and I go to Sam and I'm getting ready to have coffee with Sam, and I go in and I scan his profile. Now I look and I scan his profile just like I did Tony P's, and now I'm going to reach out to Sam and go, Sam, let's get together and grab coffee and let's have a conversation. Now, I don't just have the intent to get some referrals from Sam or Tony. I actually show up with a couple of referrals for them or a way to help them out. Okay, so now all of a sudden I show up and I have a couple of people that I would like to meet in his network. And Sam, who's on with us today, would you say no? No, you'd be like, okay, sure. When we get together and I start talking and we build rapport and connection, you'd be like, okay, yeah, for sure, I'll connect you. Or you'd say, I don't know them, but you have an idea of who I want, and just like Tony did, you might go, no, you know what, who I'll introduce you to is this person. Now all of a sudden you've done the ask, but are you getting? Of course, because if Sam and I are in a meeting and we're really connected and we have rapport, now I'm going to get. And here's the part where people fall down. They forget to get. They miss out on the get. And that is the part that really is upsetting, because they've taken the time to connect, to do the scanning, to really be with that person. They're with that person for a cup of coffee, which is usually an hour, sometimes an hour and a half, and they forgot to get the referrals because the person's like, nope, I don't know them. So what you want to do is humanize the request, make sure the person understands who you want and how you want to connect to that person. Okay, so out of the 5 that I mentioned here, I talked about just converting in a conversation, network diving, homepage scan, obviously paying attention to your brand, and scagging. Which is your favorite so far? What is your favorite so far? And Sam asked, what if you're not able to meet face-to-face? Well, what if we just get a Zoom call or a GoToMeeting going and we do it that way? Is that cool? Or what? So what's your favorite method so far? Yes, network diving. Eli loves network. That's one of my favorites too. Let's see, homepage scan, Mark. It's super easy. You can do it as well. Beth is like, number 2 is my favorite. Scagging is concise and doable. Thanks, Patricia. Nice job. And Sam is into converting conversations. I love it. Okay, So as we go through this, and Todd's like scagging for sure, plus it's fun to say, isn't it? All right, so as we get in here, we'll give you some of these slides. I wanna make sure we get through some things, and then I'll stick around at the end, and I've got 2 more things that I'm gonna show you at the end if you guys can hang around. So first of all, don't forget to convert. Many times we think about, remember how he said LinkedIn is an event? Eli, I'll show you number 6. You got to hang on. Actually, there's another one in there as well, but I'll show you that. But really the bonus here is I just want to make sure I'm sensitive of everybody's time today. So if you think about the art of conversion, it's about having the conversation and making sure that you have the dialogue by which to convert somebody from a digital conversation to a human voice conversation, right? That's really the art of the skill here. And the other skill is when you're at a live event, it's almost like we forget what we do at a live event, but we're like, oh, you know what? I really like this relationship. Let's grab coffee. And they'll be like, yeah, let's do that. And as long as you follow up, in most cases, you get the coffee, right? You have the face-to-face, especially if you're, local and you're in the same place. If not, you do the Zoom call or you set that up. Now, all of a sudden, when we get online, we forget about the fact about building rapport and really just being human. And so you want to be a little casual, not over stuffy, not over formal. But when you send a message to somebody, or you go for the request, or you're sending something to convert, some sort of message to convert, make sure you just use your first name, because they can look at your profile and see all your data. So, don't go Mr. Dean Delisle, just put Dean, right? Put your phone number, and in some cases you can put your email address in there. And this shows that you have the intent, right? You have the intent to actually be with them, to get together with them, right? Take it to that next level. Now, super fast, we're going to have winners announced in just a few minutes. I'm going to show you one more thing. Actually, I know Eli's going to be like, where's number 6? And I'm going to go to another one. So actually, I'm going to show you, I'm going to jump to number 8. I'm going to show you number 8. You have to measure results. Now, the easiest way to measure results, write this down, is a social selling index. Social selling index. If you Google social selling index, it's free. Now, they'll try to sell you Navigator, just don't have to buy it. That's a different class. But if you do social selling index, all of a sudden we are like, bam, we can look and we're establishing our professional brand. We're finding the right people, right? That is super cool. We're finding the right people. Number 3 is we're engaging, right? Just like you're engaging here. And number 4 is we're building relationships, which is the best one. So LinkedIn looks at your activity and they really make a determination that, man, all of a sudden you guys are building relationships, and that's the score you want to be really tuned into. Okay, so it's social selling index. Now, super quick, and then I'm going to show you 2 more features that we'll go back to in a minute. So Jackson, do you have my winners ready? We'll announce them, not yet, but just in a couple of minutes. So 2 quick things. If you go to socialjack.com and you click on member login, you don't have to log in to get access to the things like these flash classes, which will be up there. You don't have to log into, and actually the one for personal branding is up there too. You'll see some interviews that we've done with thought leaders in the industry. So just write that down, socialjack.com, click on member login. If you become a member, you now have access to a lot of the classes and programs that we have in there that are included in membership. So you can look around and really take it to that next level if you want. Now, those of you that really want to build your business influence, those of you that know us know we have a 90-day program to influence, right? So if you want us to build your influence, we will take you from soup to nuts within 90 days. And typically it's for people that want to build their executive presence, build their brand, really, or in sales, want to be a top producer. Not only do we build your profile and your social media, but we build your network too. I didn't even get into that today because we got straight to conversion, but one of the most powerful chapters in my book is chapter 3, is called social teaming. If you Google it, you'll see all kinds of articles and videos on that. Social teaming. but we actually build your network for you, and we actually then start to develop and post content that is highly engaging content, and we run that out for 90 days, and we coach you how to take it over. So if not, we actually do individual profile builds, and we do a lot of other cool things too. So those of you that might be interested in that, just click on, you know, the program here, and we have social selling, content creation, and digital advertising, and a few other things. I'll leave this up for a minute, and then I'm going to explain one more thing. Okay, so just click on the thing that makes the most sense. If you need help in, and I think you can click on multiple things here, but if you want training and coaching for yourself, for your clients, or you want digital advertising or social media and other content, just let us know what you need, and we'll have someone talk to you about sort of talking you through what that looks like, okay? And it's different packages for different needs there, so that's what's cool. Now, we have something cool. Not everybody can make it to our trainings, whether we travel and we're in different cities. We have one in New York coming up, but or, you know, I know we have one in Chicago coming up on building your influence. We have the whole influencer development program. So what we did is we took this entire course that we do and we condensed it down to two-hour sessions on live that are live just like this, but you just take those sessions and then you get 90 days of coaching and training along with that. Okay, so that is the super cool part about this. So with that, we have what's called the LinkedIn Sales Accelerator Fast Track Program. Now, what's cool about this is if you go to the Social Jack Sales, let's just go to that real quick. We go to Social Jack, LinkedIn Sales Accelerator Fast Track Program. We go to there, and then if you look down here, it's about 35 days away. And what we do is we cover business influencer basics, right? So we help you build your profile and build your network. Oh, I just got my winners in too. Let me announce those in just 2 minutes. Session 2 is LinkedIn sales conversion, growing a powerful network. And then we take this 20 minutes a day and we give you all the other power moves, and we have you actually generate appointments in class. Now, these dates are Thursday, September 19th and September 26th. It's 2 hours online, but you're with us for those 2 hours. Now, if you can't make it, you record it, but here's the cool part. You log into Social Jack, you get unlimited coaching access for 90 days. Unlimited. Somebody type in wow, because I think that's pretty cool. So unlimited coaching access for 90 days. So, you know, what's the value of that? I need help with my profile. Please look at my profile. I'm not getting appointments. What should I do? Oh, Sam said, wow, thank you, Sam. So now all of a sudden you have this opportunity, and we give you access to about 300 other classes, but really the idea here is to get into the class so that you can have a structured environment and a program by which to actually get those appointments on a more regular basis. So you can take the things I gave you today and run with that. As long as you're disciplined and you practice that and you do those things that I told you, you can definitely generate this on your own. But we give you sort of the detailed breakdown at 20 minutes a day, and because we have a lot more time to spend with you to do it. So it's your choice, and we give you some cool tools. So the price in here is $297, but if you type in SJVIP 50 and no one else has seen this, no one else has this, no one else will get this, it's literally 50% off. So if you go to socialjacksales.com, type in SJVIP 50, I just had a group call me today and said, I have 5 people I need to train. So you guys could sit in a conference room. And what does it come out to? Whatever half of 297 is. My math is bad. But you sit in a conference room. You can literally take this class with your entire team in the conference room. Now, they won't all get logins to Social Jack, but you know, you'll work that out. But the idea here is it's very reasonable, it's very effective, and it's really allowing you to take things to the next level. So is that cool or what? So that's it. Socialjacksales.com, SJVIP50, and I think it's that code is good till Monday, I think, or no, till Sunday, it looks like Sunday at noon. So anyway, any questions on that? And then I'm going to show you one more cool technique. Before we go, yeah, thank you, Sam. Sam said 148.50. There you go. Okay, socialjacksales.com, SJVIP50. There's the code. All right, so let's announce the winners here. So assignment, leaving you with the assignment, and then I'll give you a couple more cool tips here. Fix your profiles. Remember, you don't want that high bounce rate. Super important. You do not want the high bounce rate, okay? Please. Now, all of a sudden, you get to these power moves. You only do that if you're intentional when you log in. When you log in, go to that next level and make sure you intend to get the appointment. Remember the get in Scatting? You have to get the appointment. Okay, so let's announce our winners so our winners can grab their coffee. Now, here's the real assignment. Did everybody learn at least one new thing today? Did everybody learn at least one new thing today? So, right, so everybody learned at least one new thing. Good, because that's our goal, is that you have a takeaway. Now put it into action and share it with somebody that you care about. Okay, share it with somebody that maybe is a fellow salesperson or somebody that you care about that's a client or a friend, or who knows, maybe your sister or brother. But I mean, make sure you share this with them, because you're a thought leader and you share those things. Now, what's cool about this is our two winners that we're going to announce here. You get to do this in person, because we're going to give you Starbucks gift cards. So the two winners for today, drum roll please. There we go, there's our drum roll. Donna Adam and Patricia Pickett, congratulations. So you guys will get emailed Starbucks gift cards. Now when you take the person for coffee or tea or whatever you have there, make sure you have a discussion about thought leadership and being a digital influencer. And who knows, maybe you will, Patricia is really excited right now, and I'm excited for you, Patricia. So all of a sudden you have this opportunity to really help transfer the knowledge of really how to build your digital influence. And who knows, maybe you'll start a book club around FIRST, right? So now we need to really take it to that next level. Donna, I can't wait to see you again too. I'm going to be out there in San Diego. I got to see if I can get close enough while I'm out there and we'll connect. But yes, I miss talking to you for sure. And I love Orange County, by the way. So real quick, I'm going to go backwards. Now, if you have questions, ask them. I'm going to go back in time. Yes, somebody asked to put this up. socialjacksales.com. And it's SJVIP50. I think Jackson or somebody put the actual link in the chat there for you. It might be, so you can easily click on it, but socialjacksales.com is exactly what we, yep, socialjacksales.com, that's the one, and then SJVIP50. Okay. Now, if I go back here, I think it was Sam or somebody asked, what about number 6? Power move number 6 is interesting because most of you won't want to do it, because this has to do with playing with competitors. How many people actively play with competitors? Play with competitors. Now, here's what's interesting. Here's Mike, JD, and Wayne. And for all practical purposes, they're competitors of mine, but they also have powerful networks, and we do some of the same things. You see thought leadership development, formula for LinkedIn success, LinkedIn Sales Navigator expert. Now all of a sudden I start connecting with them. I actually start engaging with them in their network, and I also begin to see referrals come in. Patricia said it, because there are also referrals from time to time. But what did I tell you? If you do the other things that I told you, you will engage right in a conversation. Their network will see you. They will also see you in their network. How about that? So now you have the opportunity to not only network up, but now you're building your social team. And those of you that have gotten the book First that I wrote, you'll see that chapter 3 can also contain friendly competitors. Yes, I'm sorry. Let's go to there again. Oh, you wanted me to show 8 again. Okay, Sam, hold on. No, we had 7 and then 8, right? Measuring results, right? So make sure you measure results. And that was the social selling index. Now, another way to measure results, just real quick, is to make sure you pay attention to who's viewed your profile and who's who's engaging with your posts. And LinkedIn will give you the scorecard on it, but you really need to pay attention and see who's engaging with you and who's connecting with you, and really who's in there. Actually, we're looking at building an app that will actually alert you with when ideal connections that you're looking for actually engage with your content. How about that? Isn't that a cool app? So we're actually working on that technology right now. So now all of a sudden you can be alerted, and let's just say a CEO is looking at your profile, or a CEO is engaging with your content, or likes a post that's in your network. Now you can go, oh my gosh, Sam has the CEO he's engaging with. I got to go visit that person. Wouldn't that be cool? So we're working on that right now. But with that all being said, I'm glad that you were able to spend some time with us. I'm excited for our two winners, Donna and Patricia. You guys are rocking it. And I want to make sure that those of you that clicked on the 90-day program and some of the things that you may be interested in, we'll follow up with you, either myself or Nancy or Morgan or one of the team members here, and we'll answer whatever questions you have, because you can't get enough support. Technology changes every day. The things that we've showed you change all the time. It's up to you to take those things, make sure you learn how to use them, you become proficient, you put them into action, and then you help teach others so you can wire in that partnership of building digital influence together, so you are never alone. You have us on your team, you have each other on your team, and you have the opportunity to win each and every day. So it isn't just about the Starbucks gift card, but each and every one of you are winners. And make sure that you stay connected to us, and anything that you want from us, you just have to ask, okay? Join us on social media. You're welcome to connect with me on LinkedIn. Follow Social Jack and Forward Progress, and we are forever grateful for the fact that you spend time with us and you actually help others with what we teach you. All right, so with that being said, I'm going to cut you loose to go practice on some of this stuff. Let us know how you do, and we'll see you on the next Flash class, or we'll see you in the next class online, or maybe in person at an event doing some amazing networking. So if you guys enjoyed this and you had something, just go, woohoo, I loved it, or whatever. And we love social shout outs. So please, Eli, we'll send a recording, or we'll send an email out that gets you to the recording. But if you go to socialjack.com and you click member login, we'll actually have it posted up there in the next 24 hours. So if we love social shout outs. So if you go, I was just on a great Flash class with Social Jack and Dean Delisle, that is the best thank you in the world that we could get. So anyway, we appreciate you. Thank you so much. And we'll see you on the next class. And again, we appreciate you so much. Take care, everybody. We'll see you on the next one.